Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So there's a lot to review. You have, yeah, I need some lotion. My hands are looking disgusting. So you have right now the UK doing a serious U-turn on that whole, tax thing that that trust had put forward. So that reversal comes from what? It comes from the pound sterling dropping to as low as $1.07 against the dollar, right? So that's a huge plummet. The announcement now has popped up the pound sterling against the dollar to a whole $12.8 or $12.8, right? That's a big deal because it says that we're not gonna do that tax cut thing. We're gonna figure something else out. Exactly. Hopefully, trust is new, and hopefully this is a good lessons learned for her and her team, and they'll get things right. Something to pay attention to in the United States is, giving a tax cut to the wealthy and to corporations is not a good thing. Everybody right now is focused on, the printing of money and the gifts that, everybody else got, but nobody talks about what happened previous to that, which was a huge tax break to corporations and the wealthy. That did not trickle down. Just going to put that out there for you. What's next? You have Credit Suisse blowing the heck up. I reported this yesterday. There's a lot going on. They came out with a press release saying, hey, look, listen, we're expecting to give our numbers on 10/27. We're already in meetings to restructure the organization and to restructure things. Listen, they have a lot on their plate. What is it? Back in June or July, they were convicted as a part of this whole money laundering thing that happened, which says, we do not measure risk well. That's what that means. That's what happened. That's what that case pointed out. They do not measure risk well. Okay? And when you're talking about finances, your whole damn business is risk. Everything. So they didn't do a good job with that. And they got caught out there by Switzerland, and, heads will roll, all that good stuff, whatever. But now you have a problem where people are questioning your liquidity, they're questioning your viability, they're questioning whether or not you're insolvent. Now, is this a Bear Stearns Lehman moment? Have no idea, but I do know their stock is down over 4% today, and I think it's going to keep plummeting. Now, the big problem that I see is that how far can that stock go? I mean, it's what, $4 or something like that? $4 and change? How much further down can it go before people freak out and there's a run on the bank? I hate to say it like that, but that's what it's looking like. When rich people tell you, don't run, don't be upset, we remember Lehman. So you start to pay attention to that. I'm not calling for it. I don't have any money in Credit Suisse, but looks like, smells like, in my humble opinion. And I'm not a financial person, but looks like, smells like. I would not be interested in keeping my money there. Something else that I'm paying attention to is Vitalik Buterin. Smart man. Hat tip, dude. He's like, listen, ever since they moved over to proof of stake versus proof of work, he realizes, and other people realize, that they are susceptible to censorship. So he's got a proposal out there that will make it so that builders would be able to build on the first partial block, but not necessarily the second. And that would mean that you're removing that power from builders that could have, bad thoughts about doing things, right? So you're removing that opportunity, adding another layer of risk. Removing another layer of risk and saying, listen, this is a good thing. It would, be another layer of security, remove the opportunity for censorship. I look at you like this because that's stemming from everything that happened with the SEC. And Gary Gensler and his cronies saying, well, everything that touches Ethereum is, well, no, it's not. Stop it. So Vitalik Buterin is saying, we can do more in that space. Not that we haven't done enough, but we can do more, and it's feasible, and here's my idea. Sounds like a good one to me. Now, NYDIG, I haven't spoken about them in a long time. I think the last time I spoke about NYDIG was September 15th. It's when they cut that deal, that multi-year deal with the New York Yankees, to do payroll for them, for those that want to get paid a certain amount in Bitcoin. Well, guess what? They've raised over $720 million for their institutional Bitcoin fund. Only 59 investors. That's about an average of 12 million a pop. Wow. And I think that company is going to wind up doing something. Fidelity's got something going on with retirement benefits with Bitcoin. You have all these companies that are, kind of seeping into the fabric of life, the adoption of Bitcoin, the ability to invest in Bitcoin through what would seem to be normal ways. I find that to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Right. So yeah, I've had my eye on NYDIG for a while, ever since back in March they had a little data leak, and I'm looking at them now, but I'm looking at them favorably, unlike Solana that I'm not looking at favorably. Yeah, not developing on Solana, not going to happen. But that's what I'm looking at. So when I look at at this global space right now, I'm looking at Credit Suisse having ripple-on effects, right? I'm looking at the United States. Well, maybe Powell can take a look at some of these macro events. That is a macro event. I don't care what you say. That's a macro event. It's going to ripple out through the financial world around the world. Maybe the Fed says, hey, maybe our part is done and we can let the world stuff kind of do the rest of the work. Is that going to happen now? Nah, it's not going to happen now. But I eventually think that might speed up them, the Fed, taking a step back and saying, okay, if we go too far, that's going to be worse. And right now we have a lot of things that can go, in the trash can real fast. Yeah, Putin, whatever the hell. And his dumb war, he's threatening all kinds of things. That could go south really fast. Or it could go away really fast. Don't know yet. Really don't know yet. But I'm girding for the worst. You have OPEC thinking about oil and energy and all that good stuff. Yeah, that could go south too. That would have a serious macro event around the world. Right? If you have oil, you've got the world in the palm of your hand. That to me is a problem, which is why the world's looking at alternative energy. You have to wrest away some of that power from the countries that currently have it. So do your own research and figure out what is going to directly affect you, what's going to indirectly affect you, right? I don't have any holdings in Credit Suisse, but I'm smart enough to know that I can be indirectly affected by their downturn. So that's what I'm paying attention to. Anyway, let's get to the numbers real quick. I'm not going to show you winners and losers. You'll be able to see it yourself. Boy, I didn't do anything over here, did I? Oof. Somebody's going to fire me. So right now, the fear and greed index is still at 24. It was at 24 yesterday. I'm surprised. I think tomorrow it's going to be lower. Maybe even later today. Looking at, Bitcoin, look at this. Just look at Bitcoin. You see this right here at about 19,431 is the bottom of my inner band. You can tell my inner bands by the green lines right here, and you have my outer bands with the blue outer lines right there. Look at where Bitcoin is. It's just hovering around right there at that 19 right there, just doing that. And I sit there and I just go, I wonder when things are going to take a pop. The cryptoverse is ready. Cardano had their Vassal upgrade. You just had a lot of stuff that's happened. Sorry about that. And they had a lot of stuff that's happened over the past, month or so. Ethereum had their hard fork. You have a lot of good things that have happened. And I think that Solana having yet another outage, somebody was saying it was like their 8th outage in a year. 8th. Others have had one. I think Polygon had one. And they're not a layer 1. They're a sidechain. And I'm sitting there and I'm just going, wow, how many projects are on Solana that are going to start rethinking their business model and maybe moving to a Polygon that's way more stable, or Cardano that's way more stable. Solana was talking a lot, Solana, the inventors of Solana were talking a lot of yet rah-rah against Cardano. And I'm like, why would you do that? Cardano is better. I mean, knock on wood, Cardano hasn't been down. Just saying. So Charles would have a lot to brag, right? He'd have a lot to brag about. Looking at the big picture, don't let the colors fool you. Just because things are green, it doesn't mean that things are up a lot. It just means that the last move was green. Okay, or the last move was red. Okay, because you're still not seeing like big numbers being posted. You have Ethereum below 1,300. Bitcoin still below 19.3, 19.5. You're not seeing big moves. You're not. Things are going to be moving sideways for a while until we have the next catalyst, period. And that catalyst could be good or bad. If it's bad, this guy will be buying in. If it's good, this guy will be holding. I do have my other wallet that I use for trading, but I don't even trade on a daily basis with that thing. With that set of digital assets, I don't trade every day. They're just there ready to be traded. Every now and then I'll do a quick little tap in, tap out kind of deal. Maybe it's because everything to me, if I'm not going to hold it for as much as a year, it's a quick trade to me. Because maybe I'm just buying in because I have a feeling something's going to happen, so I'm going to hold it for a month or two. Or until that event happens and I pop out and then wait for the dip and then get back in. But long term, I have other wallets that handle my long term pieces. So looking at the list, yep, you have a lot of things that are, again, just moving sideways, right? Polygon is at 77. They're bouncing around 77, 79, they're just bouncing around there. And we'll see what happens. But do your own research. I think now is, big time reason. It's always a reason to do your own research, but really, really start digging in. All right. This is Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you have a great day. If you like what I'm doing and the journey that me and my kids are on, do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and definitely hit the notification bell so that you know when I drop another video. And don't forget to tell your friends. Have a good one. Bye-bye.